And we are set to go with our next attraction tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 3 rounds, this in the lightweight division. Making his way to the cage first, fighting out of the blue corner from Colchester, England, here is Jason Coolage.
So no time for a breath, we're straight back in this lightweight contest. First to the cage, Jason the Animal Coolage. He is English and is representing the BKK Fighters. He comes with an 8-4 record and he's 0-1 in Cage Warriors. What do we know of Coolage? Well, he is very, very tough and growing in skill with each appearance. He's taken this fight on late notice, which may excuse him missing weight yesterday. He's recently turned full-time and that's allowed him to spend more time coaching, in fact, which has benefited his own game as he's revising the tiny detail of the different necessary disciplines. He was disappointed with his last Cage Warriors performance. He felt he was too relaxed and was almost admiring his handiwork before he got submitted by Jason Bull.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is a very game fighter, stays incredibly active, you know, 5 fights a year. This is already his 3rd in 2013. A lot of his wins are by submission and by choke at that. He is a BJJ blue belt under Lee Catling at Gracie Raha, Essex. Never actually been TKO'd in a fight. As you mentioned, John, this is his 2nd Cage Warriors appearance. He stepped in to fight the very experienced Jason Bull back in Glasgow and, you know, put on a good show, but was just perhaps beat in the transition there.
Yeah, prior to that, he fought Martin Stapleton, a fantastic fighter in the UK, and he put everything on him, and Coolage was there right to the end. So very tough, and here to prove a point tonight.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, making his cage entrance from Farnworth, England, Saul Rogers.
But the man in his way is a very well-regarded young prospect indeed. Saul the Hangman Rogers. He is 23 years of age and is representing Team Coliseum. He is 6-1 and this is his Cage Warriors debut. Last year he was voted most promising prospect on the UK scene. Lots of hype about him, not only in the Northwest, but from each coast to each coast, and rightly so. Currently ranked 20th, he's picked up numerous British titles and has only 1 loss to the more experienced Shay Walsh. Coached by Danny Rushton and Aaron Chatfield at their facility near Bolton, which gives him a full artillery for competition. Typically recognised for his wrestling, Rogers has been spending a lot of time working his hands, which will certainly be put to the test tonight.
Yeah, as you mentioned, coming off the only loss of his career, that was back in December of 2012. Prior to that, undefeated, you know, 5 of 6 wins coming by choke in the very first round. So pretty consistent on that basis. You know, and a lot of variation in his submission game. He won by north-south, anaconda, inverted triangle. So Jason Coolage really going to have to watch out if this one goes to the ground here.
So moving up from featherweight, there is Saul the Hangman Rogers. So everything is set. Neil Hall stands between the 2 fighters. We're scheduled for 3 fives. Jason Coolage is in the red with Saul Rogers in the black.
It'll be interesting to see who initiates the takedown game here, and it is Jason Coolage. He has very good takedown defense, though. He's been working a lot with Team Quest's Nick Albert over at the Colchester headquarters.
There's the boxing work that Rogers has been working on. Got a good flurry off.
You know, Saul Rogers hasn't actually been training MMA all that long, but, you know, very impressive in his career so far.
Yeah, came down just to check it out and has been hooked ever since, and a lovely takedown. Really talked his hips round to get that side position, and now he's got the back of Jason Coolage.
Yeah, 1 hook in, looking to try and snake the second. They can't quite see what's going on around the neck. Coolage has got to use both hands to try and fight this as much as he can. Big squeeze coming in, and Coolage doing everything he can to turn back both hooks now.
Yeah, Rogers switching the grip. Short choke. Hasn't got his hands on it just yet.
Coolage
sneaking under the bicep.
Yeah, good defense so far. I thought Rogers was going to try and turn this into a short choke.
Yeah, well, he was, and then he took it round to the rear naked on that bicep. There's the short choke, Josh.
Oh, and he's trying to trap the arm as well. This is very good work, and he gets the submission.
He is so very determined with that choke, and he finally gets it. That is why he is one of the most promising mixed martial artists in the UK today. Saul the Hangman Rogers He said that he wanted to be here with all of these guys. He deserved to be here in the lightweight division with the other guys on the Cage Warriors roster, and he's proved that tonight.
I mean, let's have a look here. I mean, he looked to take the back so quickly as soon as the fight went to the floor. Here he is hitting that single. Jason Coolidge is going to turn over, and Rogers is immediately going to sit one hook in, and then it was just constant pressure for that choke submission.
Short night's work for the hangman Rogers. Let's throw it to Joe with the official reckonings.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes in 1 minute, 23 seconds. Round number 1, submission by rear naked choke. Your winner from Farnworth, England, Saul the Hangman Rogers.
So nice work there by Saul Rogers. I'm sure we're going to see much more of that young man. Unlucky to Jason Coolidge. I'm sure he'll be back bigger and stronger next time.